Greetings everyone. Welcome to a new episode of MrBioinformatiX. Dr. Gabor Mate, a Hungarian-Canadian physician and best-selling author, known for his work in addiction and mental health. He published a book titled When the Body Says No, Exploring the Stress-Disease Connection. One of the things mentioned in this book that caught my attention is that the idea that stress isn't something humans only experience. Yes, MrBioinformatiX, we know animals feel stress too. But it's not just animals, even plants feel stress. In fact, that's very non-familiar. Imagine a simple seed buried in the soil, facing harsh conditions like drought or sudden change in temperature. But how does it feel stress? While it can't feel the stress the way we do, its cells react in ways we can measure biologically, changing to survive. This may sound surprising, but it highlights how deep stress runs through nature. My dear beautiful viewer, stress is able to make you feel pain, such as headaches, muscle tensions, bruises on your skin, or an upset on your stomach. According to Dr. Kelly McGonigal from Stanford University, stress is not just a feeling, it's a biological responses that help you meet the challenges. Actually, not the stress that makes you feel sick, it's how you think about stress that matters. When the brain sees any kind of threat, it makes you feel stressed. This stress causes your body to feel pain. The pain then makes you feel even more stressed. So you are stressed because your body is stressed, because it has stress. My dear viewer, if you take a moment to think about your brain, you will find it very strange. Even though the brain doesn't experience pain directly, it has the power to make you feel pain in your body. Well, but why does the brain behave like that? Stress is a natural reaction that can help us handle challenges. So we shouldn't see it as only bad thing or something negative. For example, Hans Selye, a groundbreaking Hungarian-Canadian scientist known as the father of stress research. He wrote in his famous book, The Stress of Life, Complete Freedom from Stress is Death. This means that stress is a natural and essential part of being alive. On 29th of May 2018, a study was published titled Effect of Increasing Cortisol Level Due to Stress in Healthy Young Individuals on Dynamic and Static Balance Scores. It looked at how stress affects balance in 107 young and healthy people, mostly medical students. The researchers checked cortisol levels, a hormone linked to stress, by testing their saliva during calm periods and during stressful times, like exams. As you see, it's normal to feel stressed during exams. They found that cortisol levels during stress were nearly 9 times higher than when they were relaxed. Can you imagine 9 times higher? If you were wondering how bad is it for the body to produce elevated cortisol levels over the time, then let me tell you, my dear, in April 2021, a study done by Almazov Natural Medical Research Center in St. Petersburg in Russia. The study, titled The Relationship of Cortisol Levels with High Blood Pressure in Residents of St. Petersburg. The study aimed to investigate the association between the elevated morning cortisol levels and the blood pressure. In the study, 1,600 participants completed questionnaires regarding their lifestyle and medical history. The study concluded that there is a significant relationship between the elevated cortisol levels and the high blood pressure, particularly in men. My dear beautiful viewer, we men are always poor. In America, children are prioritized first, followed by women, then pets like cats and dogs, and finally men. If kangaroos were on the list, they would even come before men. On the 5th of September 2018, a study was published titled Psychological Distress and Risk of Myocardial Infarction and Stroke. The study was conducted in New South Wales. The research investigated the link between the psychological distress and the risk of myocardial infarction and stroke among participants. Keep in mind that these participants, my viewer, had no prior cardiovascular events. The study found that high distress increases health risks. Men had a 30% higher of myocardial infarction and a 24% for stroke, while women had 18% higher myocardial infarction risk and 44% for stroke. Someone might ask, Mr. Bioinformatics, what triggers the process of cortisol secretion? And how does cortisol help the body to respond to stress? According to Harvard Medical School, the secretion of cortisol plays a key role in the body's response to stress, activating a mechanism known as fight or flight response. When we face a stressor, whether physical or psychological, like a financial problem, work pressure, relationship issues, or health concerns, our brain releases cortisol to help us react and cope with the situation. The brain's amygdala sends the stress signal to the hypothalamus. In return, the hypothalamus releases corticotropin-releasing hormone, or CRH, stimulating the pituitary gland to secrete adrenocorticotropic hormone, or ACTH. Okay, Mr. Bioinformatics, what is the problem of ACTH hormone? This hormone prompts the adrenal glands to produce cortisol, as well as adrenaline and noradrenaline. These hormones increase heart rate and blood pressure while preparing the body to respond to immediate threats by enhancing glucose availability and many metabolic functions. Some common signs and symptoms of stress include constant worry or anxiety, feeling anxious all time or difficulty concentrating, especially while studying, mood swings, getting easily annoyed by small things, increased irritability, signs of depression, and low self-esteem. My dear viewer, have you ever suddenly gained weight? And I know you don't eat fast food while watching Netflix at night. Mr. Bioinformatics, please stop making stress on me. So gaining weight or woken up to unexplained bruises or felt an overwhelming fatigue, these are clear signs of stress. While stress affects each person differently, so many gain weight because of stress, then they want to lose weight due to stress. But they are stressed because they are gaining weight, then they gain more weight because they are stressed. And so the weight-stress loop continues. You might also notice changes in your eating habit, such as eating more or less than usual, or turning to ultra-processed foods. On 7th of April 2021, a study was published titled Unhealthy Food and Psychological Stress: The Association Between the Ultra-Processed Food Consumption and Perceived Distress in Working-Class Young Adults. The study conducted in Vitória da Conquista in Brazil. The study investigated the relationship between the ultra-processed food consumption and perceived distress levels among more than 1,200 industrial and retail workers from July 2017 to August 2018. My dear beautiful viewer, what are the main factors in your life that are currently making you stressed? The researchers found that factors such as young age, being unmarried, smoking, high-risk alcohol consumption, and poor health perception were linked to higher ultra-processed food intake. Although ultra-processed food can negatively affect our mood, other types of food such as omega-3 can have a positive impact on our mood. On 10th of July 2007, a study was published titled The Neurobiology of Retinoic Acid in Affective Disorders. The study showed that omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, or N3-POFAS, like mackerel, salmon, herring, and sardines have been extensively researched for their potential effect in treating depression. These fatty acids offer benefits such as reducing cardiovascular disease risk, enhancing cognition, and protecting against neural injury. But how do these fatty acids do that? They attach to specific proteins in cells known as nuclear receptors. Nuclear receptors control the activity of genes, which refers to how genes are turned on or off to produce proteins. When a gene is active, it produces protein. When it's inactive, it doesn't. These proteins are important for the brain health and mental conditions. N3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, or BUFAs, like APA and DHA, have been shown to influence brain function in several ways, including affecting gene expression, inflammation, and cell membrane structure. This suggests that BUFAs may help prevent or treat depression through these mechanisms. Not only that, my dear viewer, but also another study published on 17th of March 2017 by researchers from University of Guelph in Canada. There is a strong relationship between fatty acids and different depression-related brain regions, and their potential role as biomarkers of response to antidepressants. Okay, Mr. Bioinformatics, so how can we fight stress? Well, my dear beautiful viewer, simple habits such as eating well, maintaining a balanced diet, getting plenty of sunlight, and staying active with regular exercise can boost serotonin levels, which are key for maintaining emotional well-being. Serotonin, which is known as the happiness hormone, plays a key role in regulating cortisol levels in the body. A study published in 2009 in the Journal of Neuroendocrinology found a direct correlation between the low serotonin levels and increased cortisol production. Also, spending time with people you love help us to regulate cortisol levels in the body by releasing oxytocin or love hormone. Engaging in social interactions, spending time with people you love, and acts of kindness can increase oxytocin production, prompting a sensation of connection and well-being. A study published in 2005 in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, they found that oxytocin significantly reduces cortisol levels, demonstrating its potential to enhance emotional health and counteract stress. That's why doing kind activities like donations or volunteering makes us happy. These actions not only help others, but also help us feel better mentally and emotionally. Someone might ask, Mr. Bioinformatics, but sometimes we are in stressful times that we need to take an action immediately to be relaxed and feel less stressed. So what can we do? Well, in stressful times like before exams or presentations, according to Dr. Shallow from the Benson Henry Institute in America, one effective method to manage stress is to perform relaxation exercises, such as taking 10 slow breaths or visualizing a calming vacation spot. Additionally, stretching can help elevate muscle tensions. Inhaling deeply while raising your arms overhead, lacing your fingers, stretching, and exhaling as you lower your arms. This should be repeated 3 times. In a double-blinded studies of 122 hypertensive patients aged 50 and older, over 50% of those practicing relaxation techniques reduced their systolic blood pressure after 8 weeks, allowing them to reduce their medication. When the heart contracts and pumps blood into the arteries, this is called systole, and it measures at the top number in the blood pressure reading. After systole, the heart relaxes to refill with blood, which is called diastole. Diastolic blood pressure is the bottom number in the reading, showing pressure when the heart is at rest. So in the study, the relaxation techniques help reduce the systolic blood pressure, suggesting a helpful way to manage high blood pressure. But what other techniques can help us? Have you ever listened to binaural beats for relaxation? Binaural beats can also help you to relax by using certain sound frequencies. Binaural beats can create a calming effect to improve your mood, making them a good relaxation method. On 26th of April 2005, a study was presented at the International Ambulatory Surgery Congress in Spain. 100 people who were about to have surgery showed that binaural beats helps them reduce anxiety before the operation. People who listen to binaural beats have their anxiety levels cut in half, compared to those who listen to regular audio or no audio at all. But what is binaural beats? A binaural beat is an illusion created by the brain when you listen to two tones with slightly different frequencies at the same time. Binaural beats can be in different ranges. For example, binaural beats in the delta range from 1 to 4 Hz have been associated with deep sleep or delta sleep and relaxation. You can know more about delta sleep by watching our sleep episodes. On 24th of September 2018, a study was published titled A Novel Insight of Effects of 3 Hz Binaural Beat on Sleep Stages During Sleep. Binaural beats in the theta range, which are ranged from 4 to 8 Hz, are linked to REM sleep and can also reduce anxiety and enhance creativity. In the alpha frequency ranges from 8 to 13 Hz, they are thought to encourage relaxation and foster positivity. Lastly, binaural beats in the beta frequencies from 14 to 30 Hz have been connected to increased concentration and alertness, as well as improved problem-solving abilities and memory. On 19th of December 2019, a trial looked at the use of binaural beats in 291 patients who were admitted to emergency department at a hospital. The researchers observed significant decrease in anxiety levels in patients with embedded binaural beats compared to those who listened to audio without binaural beats or no audio at all. And we can't make an episode about stress without talking about the autonomous sensory meridian response, which is ASMR or ASMR. My dear beautiful viewer, on the 2nd of December 2019, researchers from Korea University published a study to see the effect of binaural beat combined to the ASMR and whether they can induce sleep. So what is ASMR? Well, ASMR is a phenomenon of a relaxation response to certain audio or visual triggers. The study suggested that the combination of the two were more beneficial than either separately. But take care, prolonged exposure to sounds or at above of 85 decibels can cause hearing loss over time. That's about the level of noise production by heavy traffic. Additionally, binaural beat technology could pose a problem if you have epilepsy, so be sure to consult with your doctor before trying it. Also, increased stress can be linked to imbalance in dopamine, which may result in elevated cortisol levels. Engaging in enjoyable activities and spending time with loved ones can boost dopamine levels, offering a natural way to manage stress. A study published in 2012 titled Dopamine and Cortisol, a Complex Relationship. In the Journal of Neuroscience, they explored that dopamine can significantly influence the body stress response. Also, sleep well is a very important factor to manage stress. Melatonin, which is the sleep hormone, is very essential for regulating cortisol levels in the body. Disruptions in sleep patterns can lead to increased cortisol production, negatively affecting your mood, concentration, and overall health. And that's why we always say sleep well before your exams. A study published in 2008 in the Journal of Binary Research, they explored the mutual relationship between the melatonin and cortisol, demonstrating how disruptions in melatonin production can influence cortisol level and overall well-being. My dear beautiful viewer, remember that tough times don't last forever. Stress is a part of life, but what really matters is how we handle it. Focus on the good things you have, like your health, your family, and the small joy that makes you happy. Take care of yourself by eating well, sleeping well, and spending time with people you love. Make time for exercise and do things that bring you peace and joy, like praying, drawing, reading, or anything else that nourishes your soul. And here we've reached the end of our episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.